Hello YouTube, welcome to the long requested E05 but first person TAS. It's finally gonna happen. First of all, before we start, all credit goes to the people that made the TAS, which is Jav, igntul, Ins, Trinity, Miku, Kimura, Shweetz, Stuntlover and Dacuber, which made who made a 4-lap TAS, which then respawns every time, leading to a total time of 21 minutes and 23 seconds. And let's get started. I will be commentating somewhat over this. We will keep you entertained, hopefully. Which, all I have to do, that's not...
Hello YouTube, I fought hard for this, so you better enjoy it, tongue.
Load. E05 endurance.txt. Let's go. This is what we'll be watching. I'll turn on the audio a little bit. There you go. This is E05, but first person TAS,
Hi,
full
YouTube,
60 laps.
Did you know Toto says you will in stream usually, but he isn't saying it in this stream cause it's going on YouTube.
And this is what it looks like. You can see so little other than checkpoint times. We're already in lap 2, by the way. Or should I soon already be saying lap 3? Because I'm pretty sure we're going to lap 3 very soon. Honk? Yo, the car actually honks. There's lap 3. And yo, Mike Redstoner. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, we will be watching 20 minutes of this. Epic bug slide into checkpoint ring bounce into lap 4. We're only 1 minute and 10 in, by the way. And we're already in lap 4. Like, this TAS is just mental. And that is gonna be, yep, lap 5 and a respawn, as only 4 laps have been tasked, because it takes an incredible amount of effort to task a single lap even. They have gotten it to 4 laps of TAS, after which it respawns and does the exact same thing again. Because, you know, deterministic game, respawning your cars in the exact same position as, well, anytime you respawn. Therefore, you can replicate the exact same outputs and get the exact same result. It does that 15 times over. To get 15 times 4 is 60 laps of total, well, progress on the map, which is, of course, just the entire map. And it managed to do that in 21 minutes. And again, over the finish line, that's lap 7. Like, this is just... seeing this in first person is quite nauseating. Imagine you are actually in this car and have to see this. First of all, you'll die because of the G-forces. And then, you know, whatever is happening here. And also, yo, Despacito, welcome to the stream. And yo, Magnus. Yeah, if you were to calculate how many Gs you're pulling on this, it's a lot. I could do this if I chugged a Red Bull. Of course. But yeah, this TAS just does nose bugs left and right. As you know, well, probably know, the nose boost, which is just a lot of nose bugs chained together in a very short amount of time to get insane amounts of speed. It just uses that to launch over the map from left to right, to forward, to back, to high, to low. And it's just incredible. Can we do this in stunt mode and see how many points it can get? We can. But for now, we're just going to be doing first-person TAS. And that's about it. And also, by the way, afterwards, stay tuned for a platform in TM2 Canyon. That is the plan for the rest of the stream. And yeah, they're nosebooks off the ring, I'm pretty sure. Into the other checkpoint. Like, it's incredible. And that is another respawn. Tell me when to change side already, sure. You can probably calculate the G-force on the car. The car seems to be going like 500 points, and then those supposed to instantly be the other direction. Only issue is I don't know the units of speed the team uses. Yeah, that is indeed the issue. And although supposedly it is indeed kilometers per hour,
socks yet?
it doesn't quite work as well.
You want them so you don't have that weird feeling in the legs when sitting for a long time. Tongue.
Because the main thing is, if you drive slow enough, the distance meter doesn't even increase. I'm not sure how that works. It might be that it only calculates the distance you're driving every tick. So if it's too slow, it just rounds down to 0. But I think supposedly it is kilometers per hour still. Because I'm pretty sure if the car drives at like 30 or less speed, the distance counter just doesn't increase at all. And no, Microfeds owner, I did not get my program socks. I also did not order any. And that's another respawn. We've now done it 4 times already. Only 11 to go. And all of this while only being 6 minutes in. Usually when driving, at this point, you would be at lap 6 entering lap 7. We're at lap 17. Which is just incredible. Yeah, whenever you go through a checkpoint, the distance and speedometer always freeze for a bit. That is just always what happens in TMNF. I'm not quite sure what the reasons for it is, but it is nice to be able to see like your speed at a certain point.
Ah yes, you can't get them on bol.com, since it's worse than Amazon because of that. Tongue.
I mean, I suppose it also doesn't in Team 20 for the same reasons. It just, you can see your speed during that point. Although in Team 2020, you of course have the plugins to just see your speeds at a checkpoint anyway, and then, well, the comparison to previous runs. But that's all open planet plugins. But in the vanilla game itself, it's still useful to just see your speed. If you're in this car, you'd probably come out unconscious without a pulse. I don't think you'll be able to come out at all. I think you'll probably already have flown out of the car. You'll be squished into some kind of mush, probably. I don't know. If there's even anything left, honestly, I think that's the bigger question. Just calculate the G-force, assuming a 600 km/h change in velocity over 0.1 seconds. That's 170 G, over 6 times the acceleration at the surface of the sun. That's insane. And then you gotta imagine, it's probably more than that. Nice seeing you hunting E05 world record any percent. Yes, of course. And we are, well, slowly approaching the halfway point. Although I'm saying slowly, it really isn't that slow now, is it?
Imagine getting beat-sod in the last minute of the run. Tongue.
Because usually the halfway point is about, well, 25 to 30 minutes, depending on how fast you're going. It's it's like 2 minutes away. That's how fast. Also, how about we don't microfed sonar? I sincerely hope that doesn't happen. Which, by the way, BSOD is the blue screen of death that happens in Windows if you are unlucky and have a shit PC. And it has happened to me, like, in the past month, like twice, at the start of a stream. So we're hoping that it doesn't happen. Top hats, white cap, or blue gloves? I feel like that would be a reference to something, but I wouldn't know what. I'll go for top hat. Yeah, all we're seeing is just car flying left and right, spinning, nose bugging, doing crazy stuff. Yeah, if you look at the input overlay display thing, you can see how quickly it sometimes does inputs. Like, it is just flashing left and right incredibly fast. Also, respawn number 7. Fun fact, you can nosebook without steering. I'm pretty sure you can't. There's an explanation for it. Well, I'd very much like to see that explanation before I go start believing people in my chat, because you can very easily claim something that is just not true. Also, yeah, one thing that would be really funny is just playing E05 normally, but driving against the TAS replay, because that way then you suddenly see a car flying by. That would just be hilarious. Nosebooks don't work with steering, but steering rate. Your car, if you stop steering, the steering rate doesn't go to 0. Still not sure if I believe that, because that still sounds like jank. Granted that the game has some quite jank physics, but who knows. But yeah, we are over halfway, by the way. We're already at lap 33. Yeah, let indeed take a moment to appreciate the steering wheel. And then the hands that are just kind of there.
Marks are just floating above the road at the start tongue.
And yeah, realistically the steering wheel would be moving, but you know, this is still 2007 we're talking about. Can't blame them. I'm surprised they even made hands or gloves or whatever they're supposed to be. There's a first-person camera that shows the car. No, there is not officially, but you can recreate it using Media Tracker. ...2008, I'm sorry, same thing. Can you really blame me for being a year off when I barely remember how old I am? And that is respawn number 9.
But they forgot to give him the programmer socks. Tongue.
So you were born in 2004, close enough. Also, yeah, the one little thing that the one downside, I suppose, of this camera is that sometimes, or I guess in this case a lot, because we're moving well in a lot of different directions really fast. You can see a little part of the helmet of the driver clip through, which of course is not really supposed to happen. But like in the center of the screen and sometimes also at the bottom of the screen, you can see a little line, just a little texture clipping through the camera. Not much you can do about that, other than moving the camera further forward, which would kind of ruin the experience of the breast. But this is roughly the best proper first-person camera you can get, while also seeing the car. Also, yeah, sadly the car does not have functional mirrors, but it still has mirrors in the first place. Why a car like this would have mirrors, I don't know. And also one thing about the gloves or the hands of the driver, I'm not sure whether those are proper textures of the gloves or whether the texture is simply missing, because the default texture, if a texture is missing in Trackmania, is, well, red and black. So there's a good chance that they just never made a texture for it and they just defaulted to this, and that's just what it looks like. Or they just properly made a glove texture, because the one thing that has me doubting mainly is a little bit of yellow you can see like on the wrists. I guess in front of the wrists. Because
still yellow.
Yeah, exactly. The yellow has me doubting, because that indeed doesn't make any sense. But then the question is also that it feels like, well, kind of a pretty trash texture if you wanted to recreate gloves. But hey, it's... Can I really blame him? Given how lazy I am sometimes. Yeah, Twitch hype trains got updated already like quite a long while ago, Lewis. They can now just go infinitely. Yeah, the texture is a grid pattern, but given how the textures kind of, well, go on weird polygons around the corners and whatever, I'm not sure how exactly that would display. Yellow is the Firebrand logo, of course, yes. And yeah, true, the hands kind of do look like they're now driving a motorbike rather than holding a steering wheel. And also the steering wheel looks more like it would be a dashboard from a plane or something rather than a steering wheel. True, the car does pretty much have the power of a plane, so you know, it might as well be a plane. And it flies as well, so you know, maybe it is just a plane all along. Yeah, sure, Vexter. I think by the time that it would get to, well, those very high numbers, you'd probably start running into problems of, you know, actually reaching it. Because just getting a level 5 hype train already requires quite some money. So have fun actually trying to get a level 2 billion. Feel free to try though. I'm not complaining. Also, while we're at it, even though I don't know how many people would still be watching at this point, quick shoutouts to the 2 channel members that I still have that have been channel members for 18 months or even longer. Shoutouts to Dante, who is also my mod and a guy I know IRL, and Amplified, or Amplitude on Twitch. Thank you for your support still. I don't know if you would be watching this. If you are, I appreciate it still. Thank you very much. And yo, Default, welcome to the stream. And we are slowly approaching the final 4 laps. Which means at the end of this lap, it's gonna respawn once more. And then we're gonna see the final iteration of this TAS. Oh right, at the end of this lap, my bad. I can't count. And yo, Serena, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's gonna jump here. Nosebug into the structure, bounce down, there you go. And now the final 4 laps of this TAS. And Yosheos. There he goes, starts the Nosebug chain. I do wonder when, or well, if we'll get to see, well, a 5-lap TAS, and how much further they're gonna go afterwards. Because once they get lap 5 done, well, that's still gonna gain them time. Getting lap 6 is still gonna gain them time. Getting lap 7, however, is not really gonna gain them anything, I don't think. I mean, no, that one actually, no, 7 laps would still gain some time, but at those points, the amount of time they save will be a lot smaller. Because you're only saving like very few respawns. Also, final lap. There it goes to the checkpoint. It's collected the rings. It's now going to the final rings. Through it, bounce on the Nosebug, and there you go. 60 laps of E05 in first person, done in 21 minutes, 23 seconds, and 24 hundredths. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I finally did the video, so now stop asking, please. And once again, all credit goes to the people of the TAS, which is Jav, igntul, Ins, Trinity, Miku, Kimura, Shweetz, Stuntlover and Dacuber. And I guess, suppose as well, Demon, because every time it respawns, the first 12 seconds of the run are done by him RTA, I'm pretty sure.
And a bonk at the end.
And a bonk at the end. And thank you, Microvedstone, for the bits. I think that's it for YouTube, so hope you enjoyed. And subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and goodbye. I'll see you guys later.